Okay, what's happening, man? I told y'all, Storytime was finna be, cracking off in a minute. You feel me? But, yeah, I just, came back outside and shit, man, just to get some of these good rays real quick. But, yeah, I told y'all, Storytime's finna crack off real quick, man. Storytime with the raw. R-A, nigga. You feel me? But, yeah. I don't even know where I should start at, bro. Like, where should I get this cracking off at? Alright, my earliest childhood memory. We're gonna start off in Japan, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're gonna start off. I'm probably like 7. I was like 7, 8, 9, 10. Came back to the States when I was like 10. Okay, so it's me, my older brother, my older sister, and my mom and dad, right? So Pops got orders to go to Okinawa. So we go, whoa, first flight out. That motherfucker was long as shit. That flight was long as shit, nigga. That was like 18-hour flight, homie. We had to stop through Alaska to refuel and then continue our flight. But while we was there, we was there for like 2-3 hour layover and shit while we refuel. And that motherfucking airport, homie, that motherfucker was huge as hell, homie. It had like an 18-foot polar bear standing on his hind legs, just chilling, bro. Like, it was fake and everything, you know what I'm saying? But as a kid and you see something like that, that shit is huge. Like, god damn, like, look at this, bro, look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas got a whole polar bear in this motherfucker stuffed. Like, they stuffed that motherfucker. Like, look what we done did. We done killed the biggest polar bear out here in Alaska. Country bastards. But anyway, so we get back on the plane, continue our route to Okinawa and shit. But before we even like moved on to like the military base, that shit was lit. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, just living like off the base was lit. I just wish we could have lived off the base, because the base was cool, don't get it fucked up. But living off that motherfucker with the natives, boy, that motherfucker was lit, homie. I function with it. Like, we was out there like, okay, so we get home, we take all our suitcases upstairs, because it was like a hotel, like a hotel / 2-bedroom apartment, and it came with a mama san. And the mama san, she'll come through every day, cook, clean, whatever we needed and shit, you feel me? And so shit, I'm a kid, it's like daytime, my black ass go exploring in front of the building, 7 years old, homie. Like, I'm outside with it, mom, I'm gonna be outside in the front by the street. Say, stay your ass, she'll be like, stay your ass out the street and stay on the sidewalk. My older brother and sisters, they motherfucking ass was like, you know what I'm saying, doing their own thing, because they older, they like, Tynette probably like 14, Jermaine like 15, some shit like that, and I'm like 7, you feel me? So, yeah, man, that shit was lit. So I'm going outside doing my own thing. You got this little ass Japanese kid. He just walking around by his goddamn self, grown, like he grown and shit, like 2 years old, 1 year old. His mama like a couple feet away and shit. But he just walking around with a diaper with no shirt on. I'm looking at him, he looking at me. I'm 7 years old. I'm like, man, why your ass ain't in the house? Like the fuck? But they just roaming around, chilling, looking at me. They trying to talk to me, but I don't understand what the fuck they saying. They don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. They had a couple like little kids over there that understood a little bit of English and shit, because the schools they were going to, you know what I mean? But there was just one little Japanese kid. He was showing me around like the apartments and shit. That shit was dope. That shit was lit. I ain't gonna even lie. little apartments was sick because you can go on the rooftop just by, you know, going through the stairways and shit. So he was like, yeah, let's go to my house real quick and go get a snack. I was like, all right, come on, let's go. This motherfucker, we go inside his house, we take off our shoes, close the sliding door, and his mama was like, oh, how you gozaimasu, papa-san, all that shit. And what happened there? He asked to get a snack in their language and shit. She comes out with 2 motherfucking tomatoes, homie. 2 whole tomatoes. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I'm thinking we finna get some Starburst, some Snickers or something, and a juice. She came out with a whole fucking tomato, homie. Like 2 tomatoes so we could eat on as snacks. I'm like, what the fuck? This is not a snack, homie. You gonna make me go to my crib and go get us some real snacks, bro? And he was like, oh, you don't like tomatoes? I was like, yeah, I like tomatoes on my on my dinner. Not plain like this. Like, what the fuck? This shit crazy, bro. But I ain't tripped, you know what I mean? I'm a kid, so I ain't even like complaining. And I'm doing this what you doing, so this is what I'm doing too, homie. This how you getting down, I'm getting down with you. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? No judgment, bro. We gonna get down with this shit together. Fuck it. This how you getting down. So he takes me to his little play area on the roof and shit. We go upstairs, boogie. Now we on the roof. We got our little tomato and shit. And we eating tomatoes, talking and shit. He asking about America and I'm asking about out there in Japan and shit. You know, we just chopping it up until our moms, you know what I'm saying, call us in. You feel me? That shit was lit though, bro. That shit. All over again. I'll do all that shit all over again, straight up on my mama. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit was lit. And then Pops, you know, he gets off work. Mom's cooking in the kitchen and shit. Man's tying that in the house in their room, chilling. Pops come home with like big ass boxes of MREs and shit. Expecting us to eat this shit. Like, what the fuck, nigga? We is not eating on that shit. Until he showed us how to like heat up the food with the MREs in the plastic bag. So it's like a little microwave, and you could cook your refried beans, you can cook your rice, you know what I'm saying? You can cook everything that needs to be cooked in these little plastic ass bags with some water in it. You put some water in it, I believe. Shake it up a little bit, and that motherfucker just starts steaming, getting hot in the motherfucker. You gotta put that bitch to the side. That motherfucker lit though, I ain't gonna even lie. So we used to eat out the MREs, but what me and my brother and sister used to do, we used to just eat all the candy that came in that motherfucker, like the M&Ms, the Snickers, the Baby Ruths, all the little shit, all the little snacks. We used to fuck up the box just to get to the snacks and shit, homie, and just put the box back to the side. Like, you can have the rest of that shit, Pop. You don't want that shit. That shit nasty. But shit, as a kid, I wasn't even tripping, nigga. I was eating all that shit, the rice, all that shit, the beans. It came with all types of shit, bro. Like, that's what the MREs was, like meals that the Marines have when they go on their little hikes and shit, or they going out to war. They got that shit in their backpack, and they going on their little humps, and they going out on their little humps and on their little journeys in the woods and in the sticks and shit, and they ain't around civilizations and shit. That's what they be having to, you know, sustain their energy and shit. That's the food that they be having. So I used to fuck with that shit. Like, me and Pops used to fuck that shit up with some tuna, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Had some tuna and some rice bowl, some eggs. Me and Pops used to be fucking that shit up. Like, nigga, then once moms get done cooking, we fucking her food up. Like, nigga, it was some fat ass. Me and Pops, we used to do shit like that, homie. Me and my Pops pretty close. We still close to this day. That fucking military fucked his head up. Like, that nigga got a fucked up attitude. But I'm still gonna rock with that nigga. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna rock with my nigga regardless of the fact that's Pops, nigga. I'll never turn my back on that. I don't give a fuck how he act. I don't give a fuck how he is. That's Pops. Y'all and no, y'all better not touch him. Nobody better not touch him or say nothing about him. Straight up, that's just how it is. You know? He's straight for life. He's straight for life though. Nigga did like 30 years in the military. Think he the shit. Nigga like 70, 72 years old. Nigga fucking on like 30-year-old bitches and shit. Bad than a motherfucker. Bitches younger than me. Bad. Mexican bitches. Filipino bitches. I'd be like, nigga, if you don't go sit your chicken ass down. I ain't spending no money on these females. They like me because of me. Alright. Yeah, alright. You probably didn't pay the car note or something. Get the fuck up out of here. Fuck. I knew that bitch was gonna die out. Anyways, yeah, so Pops, he get his orders like, I said we lived off that base for like a little less than a month. So like a cool little month, bro. We off the base, just around the natives, exploring. Me and the whole family will be exploring when Pops ain't gotta work and shit. We'll be exploring the whole shit, bro. All over Japan, getting lost and shit, going through the cities, trying different food, looking at their stereo systems because y'all know, like Japan, let's be real. Japan, they sell the best, they got the best technology in tech world, straight up. Some of that shit is. So back in like, what was this, like 1989, about 1989, 1990, 1991, I think I was out there for, no, hold on, 1990, 1991, 1992, 89, 90, 91, 92. I think I was out there in 90, bro. 90, we went out there in 1990, came back in 93 when I was 10. Yeah. So he gets this little orders. We moved on to fucking military base, Camp Kinzer to be exact. You know, that shit was lit, Camp Kinzer. Oh, nigga. Y'all ain't gonna believe me. They had some badass females on Camp Kinzer, boy. They had a big ass school. It was like 3 stories, homie. That motherfucker was like 3 stories. And like our house was like probably like a good mile and a half away from the school. So nigga. And then like every day, because they be having like tornadoes out there, they'll have like tornadoes out of nowhere. So every day we had to pay attention to this flagpole, and this flagpole come with like different colors. I don't know how it is in some of y'all countries out there. Let me know if y'all got this same system. But out there they have a flagpole. It's green, red, black, and I believe blue. And different colors have different meanings. You feel me? So, like if it's gonna be like a rainy day, and like if it's gonna rain hard, then that motherfucker gonna be like red. You know what I'm saying? So that just tells you to bring umbrella, button up. You know what I'm saying? Dress for the occasion when you step out the house, cause we can see the school from our crib. You feel me? We can see that pole and everything. That's how big that pole was, and they'll set that shit every morning. You know what I mean? Just to let people know, like, hey, this is what the weather is looking like for the day. Button up, or if it's gonna be like excruciating hot, then that motherfucker might be like let's just say red for. I know I just said red for something else. But let's just say it's gonna be red and it's gonna be like 100 or something. Then, you know, they're gonna tell you to, you know, that pretty much tells you like, hey, wear some shorts, dress comfortably. It's gonna be hot outside. We'll bring some water, some fruits, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. You feel me? But yeah, so I had to go enroll in school. It was weird because like the elementary went to the same school. It was all one big ass school from like kindergarten to like 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? But the school was just so fucking big, I barely seen my brothers and sisters there. Barely. Like passing periods and shit, like going through passing periods or going to our lunch, I might get a glimpse of my brother or my sister walking together and shit, because they so close in age, in that age range. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine and Tynette only like 3 or 4 years. Jermaine's like 3 or 4 years older than Tynette, from my understanding. So they were pretty much damn near in the same grade. So I was always by myself. They was always doing their own thing. You feel me? Yeah, but I had a big ass crush on this girl that stayed in our housing complex on the base, on the military base. And yeah, I ain't gonna say her name, but she was like Filipino. Her mom and dad was like Filipino. She had like an older sister and an older brother, and me and her was the same age and shit. My bro used to chill with her brother, and my sister used to chill with her sister. You know what I'm saying? And damn, I want to say her name so bad. I was like, whoa. And she see this motherfucker like, that's you? What the hell? Nah, but yeah, this girl, like, she went to the same school and everything, and she was Filipino. I had a crush on her, and I had a crush on her friend, but her friend never, I ain't never seen her in our housing complex. I used to be all over that motherfucker. She was American. I think she was American. She could have been Japanese though. I might be tripping. I think she was Japanese, bro, and she didn't stay on the military base, but I had a crush on her. She was in my class and shit. We in like 1st or 2nd grade or some shit. And she used to always come next and sit next to me. Always like try to talk to me and shit. And then like one day I was trying to give her a Starburst, because I used to keep Starburst in my pockets. I was a Starburst fiend. I always had the red ones, the pink ones, all the good ones except for like the yellow. You feel me? I used to give her Starbursts and shit, tricking off on her. You know what I mean? And then like one day in the lunch line, because my mom used to work in the cafeteria. Mom does used to work in the cafeteria, so nigga, my class would be the first one in the cafeteria. And I'm showing out like, yeah, my mom works here. Like, I'm just gonna go straight in the back, give my mom a hug, grab a snack, and then get in line and grab my tray. You know what I'm saying? Like bitch, I got power out here. Like, bitch, I know motherfuckers around here. Don't trip. What you want? You want an extra apple or something? Like, what you want? I'm going in the back and get it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all fuck with me back here. All my mom co-workers think I'm a little cutie. They be giving me all types of shit. So I was trying to give her like a Starburst or an apple or something. And the little bitch turned on me. She was with her friend trying to show out. I don't know what she was doing. But the bitch was like, cause I'm over there on the other side, over there with